How you
Jay.
feeling? Hey, what's going on?
What in the world?
I know you came in last week. Thursday, not last week. Thursday. I kind of went over some stuff in Canva. I think you kind of seasoned in Canva. You're all right with Canva, yes?
Oh, I'm not familiar with it, but I was picking up what you were talking to the class about how to use it, how to navigate it,
Yeah.
and what platforms you can use it on, and um, but yeah, I
Okay.
mean the basics.
I kind of talked a little bit about um some design principles too. I don't know if you saw that part, right? So I went over typefaces and colors and scale, um, how elements relate to each other, things like that. Did you see that part?
Um, no, you know what? I was working, so I was listening to you, but I was like working at the same time, so I was talking back and forth with what you were saying, but the scales and the faces, I missed that part.
Okay, all right. So what I've been doing lately is I've been trying to do a little bit of both, right? Well, speeding people up as far as using Canva, but kind of talking about a lot of the things that's going on. So trying to get outside of just showing you how to work the software and kind of get a little bit into how things relate to each other as far as the elements on your page, as far as your layout, as far as color treatments and fonts and things like that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, Hold on, let me share my screen. So we can kind of look at some of this stuff right here. This is basically like some web design, right? But this is maybe a whole page. We got color, we got shapes. We using shapes as a way to stick images inside of those shapes. We got a lot of white space in between the elements. And you'll see this kind of consistent. You'll see how people are just not always just slapping type on top of a picture because sometimes that's hard to read. I'm gonna go into Canva because they got better examples.
Oh yeah, I remember what you were saying. You said something about if you make it yellow, don't make your words white because it's hard to see
Yeah,
sometimes. Like
yeah,
you would make a bold color.
yeah. So that's contrast. So let me see. I look at these.
Netflix does a lot too, like for the marketing.
So this is like a prime example of contrast in play, right? So you want to have some type of contrast, right? So light backgrounds need dark images to stand out. Dark backgrounds need light images to stand out, right? And then we could kind of see hierarchy too. So hierarchy is how things are different scales, right? So the name is more important, so it's going to be bigger than other things, right? And how we're placing it. So we can see we got this dark blue right here, and then we got this white text on top because it's really gonna pop out. It's a high and hot contrast, and then we got this yellow also. So I got this line coming across with this little splash of blue up in this corner with this image right here, and then I got text that's aligned to the left, right? So the way text is aligned too, right? So we got text that's centered, and centered text is going to be evenly weighed on both sides. So it's even on both sides. So that's how we play text. Sometimes people get that confused. Well, they have text centered, they got text left aligned, all on the same page, right? So
Mm.
most of these are centered. This right here is left aligned with this image on the left side, right? So we can align stuff to the left, we can align stuff to the right. We can see this is left aligned, right? But we still got balance on there too. Let me go back.
And that's important when you're doing web design. When people say that they want it on the left or the right or what have you, and they're talking about maybe the picture, not the words per se,
Yeah,
and center in those that lingo.
yeah, absolutely. Um, see if I can see something else. So I go down in here. Sometimes if you got images, sometimes images are very busy, so you can't stick text on top of them. So a good way to do that trick is to maybe put a shape on top. So I got a dark shape on the top right here, and then I got this white text that's popping out. I got these little icons of the fruit following down the side. I got images inside shapes. Sometimes I have basically boxes, right? So these boxes is, even though I got over here 3 different shapes with images in there, these 2 shapes on the right side is the same dimensions, same size as this left shape if you look at it, right? So it's like a grid system. So they don't have to be the same. Like this is one picture and this is two, but the 2 pictures each equal the same size as this one picture. So it's kind of like the grid system, right? So when you look at a grid system, like on a magazine or a book or websites, got an invisible grid system too, right? So hold on. So it's tons and tons of different type of grids, right? And you can kind of see if you look like this, no matter how you break these image, no matter how you break them up, they still kind of fall inside of the grid, right? So even if I did a banner like this and then I had 3 rows of columns, or I broke it up into one big, just 2 rows, it's still kind of equal to 2 columns, right? So this is kind of like it's basically called a grid system, right? So magazines use it, websites use it. See if I could get a bigger picture.
I've seen that before with resume writing. I know it's not the same, but like Microsoft Word or Excel, they'll have like a grid, like what do you want, what layout you want, and then you pick it, and then you just start typing, and your words fall in line with, however it's centered or not,
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, the whole reason for the grid, is that your information on your page is lined up. It looks good. It's not random. It's not just stuff all over the place. Everything is kind of lined together. It's like architecture, basically, right? So that's kind of when you go into. Let me see. Where's my Canva at? So when you go into Canva, this stuff is kind of lined up. It's not just random, right? So we got shapes. We got lines separating information too, right? We got images that creates a pattern, right? So we have images that can almost be placed as like a texture. So that's the reason why this is so dark, is because it's like a texture in the background. It's not really supposed to be prominent to stand out, and you could do that. So I got like this like water texture right here, just paper. Like you can find like tons and tons of textures to go into your background too. So it's just a mixture of using shapes and using icons and when to use them and when not to use them. This is kind of hard to read. It's kind of cutting into this dark area right here. I don't know if that's really working. Book is kind of getting cut off in there, right? Because I got this dark book of this image, and the book at the bottom is dark, and then I got this dark text coming across the top. So I'm gonna click on that. So this is kind of an example of how your text can kind of get lost. So either you take this picture and move it up, maybe, or maybe you take this picture and then you tone down the opacity on it and don't make it as dark. I don't have a problem with it cutting across. It just seems like I can't see it, right? So that's a couple things. Right here we got shapes. This kind of cuts through, and this is just a square. So you would think like, how did I get this shape, this and this shape? This is just a square that's rotated. So it's really just like opening. See, it's just a shape rotated. It's just so big that we just getting this straight edge coming across, and then we got another box right here, and we're just bringing that down over here, and then underneath we got a picture. See? So it's like, I mean, if you really got in here and just started just not just designing stuff, but just kind of playing around with stuff, you could kind of see how they constructed stuff, right?
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. Looking crazy.
You look all right.
I'm running my mouth. So that's kind of like if I go back to templates, that's kind of how you kind of see how they constructed something, right? So if you see something in here that's cool and like, oh, how'd they do that?
Mhm.
Then you can just kind of zoom in and see. Just like this right here with the bullet points. Bullet points is not touching the text. It's space between the bullet point and the text, and it's aligned to the left, right? It's lined up consistent.
Right.
This book bullet point is lined up with this one. This one is lined up with this one. If I squint and looked it back, this is almost like a box, this whole area. And then I got this area up here. So it's like sections on how I break this stuff up. And then I got this round, this round little thing down in here. Right? So I think like, then we got the symmetrical edge, right? Lined up, centered. We got lobster pictures, and they kind of just screen back. They really not. They really not. Um, this is the actual. It's black. They just turned it down. They toned it down so much that you could see it, but you can still see your text, right? So the thing is, I think when you're seeing stuff, you got to be able to know to screen stuff back, because when you actually grab these pictures, they're gonna be like this. They're not gonna be screened back, right? They're gonna be like this when you get them,
And it makes it hard for you to see.
right? Understand? You understand?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like this when you get them, but it's because
Oh, yeah. Too.
they're gonna be black. They're gonna be like this, and they're not gonna be tilted to the side. So we kind of using this as like a texture, and then I'm toning it back so I could push it back so my text can come to the front. So I'm taking these and then I'm screening them to the back, right? So, and then the thing is like, you might just have one. You're not gonna have four with all these different sizes, right? You're gonna have one lobster that's black, just like this. You're gonna tone it down, then you're gonna grab it, you're gonna select it, and then you can right click copy, and then you're gonna hit paste.
Oh, wow.
Now you got another one, but it's in the same direction, right? So you kind of gonna twist it. I'm gonna use the bottom of that one and then come down. Make sense?
Mhm.
So then I'm gonna grab
Yeah, so
this.
you can see the tail.
Huh?
Mhm.
What'd you say?
Oh, no, so you can see the tail of I was saying so you can see the tail of
Yeah,
it.
you're not gonna have four lobsters situated like that, ready for you to throw on your page. You gotta get one and manipulate it. So then I copy this one, hit paste, and then I move this one over somewhere. Maybe I want it to come across real big, right? And then maybe I copy this one. And maybe I want to flip this one around the other way. So flip the tail and then it's coming. That's what somebody asked me, like, well, why would you flip something? Because it might be facing a different direction. So you can flip it. Now I got the tail coming up. Maybe I want to tone this one down more and have this one stronger and tone this one down more.
Mm.
Right. So that's
Okay.
kind of how you do that. And then they got the
I
back
like
right
that.
here, the front and the back. Look how much white space I got at the back, and let me pull up the back. Look at all this white space in between here. Like I love it because it's giving me room. Look at all of that. Ain't nothing over there on purpose.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like give me this yellow. It's kind of I'm keying in on this. I'm really not focused on this. This just keeping it from just being plain yellow. And then I got this down it there. Boom, boom, boom. So that's kind of getting in here and seeing how they did stuff.
You designed all these templates for people?
No, this Canva.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Canva. I'm in the templates right here. I think I'm in posters. I'm in flyers. I'm just kind of scrolling through what they got. Look at that. It's a picture of some buildings. We got some text. Boom, boom, boom. You just gotta be careful with this stuff. This stuff, I can't read this at the bottom. I got this building got a texture under here. So when I go down, look, I can't really read that. So I would play that. I would maybe make a white box because this building giving me texture. I'm almost can't see it through here. You get an older person, he not gonna be able to read that. Look at that. You
Yeah.
see, you can't see it. So the thing is, like, you could come down here to an element and get a shape, and make a shape, white box, and then I'm not mad at that. You could either leave it white all the way down to the bottom like that, maybe bring this down, or you could just make it a slider.
That makes sense.
Right. So sometimes just be careful. People just slap pictures on top of it. They slap a picture on there, slap some text on there. I don't know why this rule right here is thicker than this one. It's a little bit smaller. I don't know. I mean, I understand why this is big. They want you to see this first, possibly. But since these both on the same consistent line, I probably would make these both the same size. So that's 13.1. This 19.1. I don't know why that. I understand why the rule is bigger, but I would like it to be consistent. So I delete this one, copy this one, copy, paste, move it over there, and make it white. So once you got one element that's already on there, you don't have to try to make another rule and try to see if it's the same size, the same length. I'm just gonna copy the one. I like this one better. It's more consistent with this side. So sometimes you might have to take this background, maybe tone it back a tiny bit more. I still could see it. So this can, so that's templates, boom. So, I mean, I think and then once you kind of get in here and see how they doing stuff, you can easily get into any other program. So we got a couple different fonts. They all the same fonts. They're just different font families and different colors. So this seems like it's a bold, different colors, different sizes. So we got black, yellow, black, yellow, black. And then I got this picture right here, and then I got shapes. Right? I got all these little random shapes that's cool, that's giving me a nice little pattern. Right? So it's just the background. Usually I kind of play with the background first. So the thing is, because I got this text coming down on this left side, it's making the left side heavy. So then I got these images over here giving me some balance. That's why these are over here on the left. Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Boom.
There's a way there. You don't want to contrast with them.
Boom. We got a pattern of circles coming as a path. It's like, and then on the flip side, we got a black page. Be careful with dark stuff like this if you're going to print them. You don't want to print a whole black flyer. That's going to look crazy. For online, it's cool. But when you're printing something, that's going to be a lot of black ink on the back of something. Keep that in mind. I got this picture of this chick right here. I got this white box around it. So, because it's a black background. So then you can see like all of this stuff is like, this could be possibly an image, a pattern. So when we go into elements, you can just type in pattern. And get these patterns. Right? You could type in texture. And then you get this texture. So this is like some graphics. This is like some patterns right here. I'm just kind of in Google Images. I can go texture. This just help you with ideas. This is just like background stuff, right? So this is texture. This is paper. Like you could take your own pictures. You might see a wall that you like. You might see, right? You might want to customize something. You might be out and see like that's a nice texture on that wall. I like that background. I could use that for a background on something that I got, right? Because it's just like crumbled up paper, maybe on a scanner. I don't know if your printer got a scanner, but you can see all these different metals and different. These is just basically backgrounds, right?
Yeah, it has a printer.
I could type in black and white. I usually type in wallpaper because wallpaper gonna give me a larger size image, right? So it's gonna give me a high quality image. So there's black and white flowers that could be used. So, and the thing is, like even if you find something that's color, you can go on Canva and make it black and white, right? So maybe it is a floral pattern that you like, but it's in color. Like if only if it was in black and white, well, you could change everything.
And you can make the black and white color too, right?
No, you might be able to do a tone, not full color. You might be able to do a dual tone. All right, so what else? I could type in lights. Light patterns. I think it's just really getting savvy with your Google your Google searches to find different stuff. So I just typed in color wallpaper and then I'm getting all this other cool stuff. Right? So all this could be a fancy background for you. Right? I typed in wallpaper because it's going to be a large size. Right? So I could take this and drag this onto the hard drive. Boom. I can go back into Canva. I'll go up to here to this purple button that says create a design. And I'm going to hit poster. Boom, I got a black poster. I'm gonna go to uploads. I just drag that on my hard drive. I'm gonna go to device. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna click upload. I click it, it drops on my page. There you go. So sometimes I might not be able to find it in Canva or they want me to pay. So if I wanted to rotate this and have it fill up my whole page, I could. Right, yeah, I'll stick some text on there. I showed you how to make a shape, make an angle, and cut some of this off in half. So that's elements, shapes, square. Just drag it to how I want it, rotate it. Rotate it. I'm gonna have it come like that. The thing is, when you got elements on your page, you just gotta make them move them up to the front, right? So I go to these dots right here, and that's positioning. So you gotta change the position on how stuff sits on your page. So I'm gonna go to positioning. I'm gonna move this text to the front, and then I'm gonna take this right here, have that come across up like that. And I'm gonna pick a color that match this. So I'm gonna come up here. Boom, grab that orange like that. So because I got this more room over here, I'm gonna switch this around to, I'm gonna change the alignment like we said. So I'm gonna align it to the right. Boom, boom. And now I moved it over to the right because I got most of my orange over here on that side. Maybe I cut across the whole thing like that. And that's kind of how you do that. See that? 2 seconds. Huh?
It's professional. It's professional. It looks very nice and crisp.
So we use a square, right? And I made it run across, and I changed the position of my text because the line is kind of going down on this side. I got more room over here for my text. And boom, I got that. Let's just say somebody was asking me, I keep bringing that up about flipping stuff. Maybe I wanted to have this kind of over on this side. I'll flip it and see what it look like. Right? So you never know, right? Until you try stuff and start playing around with it. I think kind of decoding what's going on. That kind of helps you when you're looking at stuff and seeing, like you can kind of see how people did stuff. So then I can print that if I wanted to. They give you print options. You got to pay, but they give you print options where you can send it and they'll print it for you. If not, you download it. But just think about it. You can make your own templates in here. If you want to download it, you just hit this little arrow right here. Then I can download it as a PDF, a JPEG. Boom, I can add multiple pages. Let's just say I was doing something for somebody. I wanted to show them a couple different versions of this. Right, so go back and let's see what else we got. I'm gonna grab this, drag that down. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna add a page. So I'm gonna go to elements, upload. I'm gonna upload that graphic that I just downloaded. I wanna send somebody a different look. Boom, this one. I'm gonna rotate that up like that. Scale that. Right, so now I'm gonna grab the same element right here. I'm gonna hit Command C, which is copy. Come down here, Command V, bring it down. And I'm gonna flip everything on the other side because I got the swoosh on this side. So I'm gonna align it to the left. Boom. Right. So that's 2 pages right there. Let's just say you was doing some mock-up for somebody. You wanted to give them a couple different examples. Right. Questions?
With this design site, Canva, do they make you sign a waiver to, if you do print from them or use their site, can they keep the stuff that you possibly design and have it on there as a template? Is that like the trade-off?
No, but I think you can. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Like this all my stuff, so if I go here, I don't think they're using my templates, but you can have your templates available for use. But are they monetizing it? Here's my designs right here. This all my
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
So if I go in here, some of this stuff I don't want, so I don't want this.
Because it would be good if you got like maybe 50 cents, $1 or something, and every time they use your stuff, you know.
Boom. So this kind of like some of the stuff I was been showcasing and showing, some stuff I've been designing. Move,
Oh,
boom.
that's nice.
Yeah. These like when people come to the class, this stuff I was doing. What's this? Boom. So you can make a kit. I'm not hip to that. I could look that up. I could look up how that go, and I'll let you know on how to
Okay.
monetize it, how to
Thank
make
you.
your own kit. You might have to pay. So like you can have your logos on there, your fonts. You can have your own branding stuff. So when I do design something, it's gonna have all my stuff ready to go. I can create
So
teams. So you can
I can
have your
use this on a
crew.
basic
Say it again.
computer. I don't need like a graphic computer with like 3D animation, like full moving animation. I don't need that much um memory. I could use this on a basic laptop, right? Like a
Absolutely.
HP. Okay.
Absolutely. And wherever you log in at, you could log in at the library. You just log in back in wherever, and you got your stuff right there ready to go
Okay.
because it's on the cloud.
It's not downloadable. I mean, well, you don't have to download the site.
No, that's what I'm showing you. A lot of people
Oh,
can't afford this stuff, or a lot of people don't have access right now. So that's why I'm kind of showing you this. Boom. You got kids?
oh yeah, they're not kids no more. They're the youngest one is 19 and the oldest one is 27.
Oh, I got you.
I'm 41.
Oh, I got you. It's another program called Adobe Spark. I thought you might have had some young ones. It's kind of like
Oh,
Canva, huh?
my 24-year-old, she is doing graphic. She's teaching herself the graphic special effects and the photoshopping. She wants to get to 3D animation. She has like a Chromebook, but she's been doing a lot, and people have actually been asking her to do flyers, and she did a couple of album covers for people. But
This is Adobe Spark. It's like Canva, which is cool, right? I'll be
mm,
teaching like younger kids. I think Canva gives you more options, but you could do stuff on here too. Same idea, right? You got templates. What's cool about this is that you could use it on your phone too. So you can see these beautiful templates. The same spiel. All this stuff was designed in Adobe, and it's easy to learn, just as easy, right? So same thing. You click on stuff, you could change it. Um, if I go to Instagram posts, click on this. This is Adobe Spark. I teach the kids this, but it's cool. I think you get more. So same thing. If I click right here, I could change the color. Click on the text. Change the color. You see the alignment. You can see the different fonts. Right. I got shapes. I got shadows. I could put some shadows on there. If I click right here, I can choose a background. So I got text. I got photos. So I could just search in free photos. So I can move this down underneath. Resize that. I got different filters. Boom. That's cool. I ain't been in here in a minute. That's dope. So that's Canva. I mean, this is not Canva. This is Adobe Spark. Play around with this one too. It's free. You just gotta log in. Boom. So you got photos, you got text, you got different icons. Then when you click on the icon, you can change the color of it. Same thing before, Command C, Command V, you could copy it. Duplicate, you gotta hit duplicate. Boom, duplicate. I got another one over there. So those icons, you got design assets. I want this to the back. I'm gonna put this down at the back. I'm gonna change the opacity down. Boom. If you know how to work one, you can work them all.
I'm setting my laptop up now, and I'll get in there. I don't like using keyboard, so I'm gonna hook up my
Mouse.
my keyboard and my mouse. Yeah, and then I got an extra screen too, like this one. I got my work computer, then I got my regular, my everyday computer, so I can switch it out.
Yeah, you should be all set.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jay.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm ready to see something.
You mind if I call you Jay or
Yeah, it don't matter. It's cool.
is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You good. I'm glad you came in.
Oh no, I was trying to make it because Saturday, I'll be working. I got two jobs, so I work Monday through Friday. I work for PNC, and then I work for for university
Okay.
at night. And so I'd be tired on the weekend, but I said, hey, I'm gonna always be tired. My goals ain't never gonna happen, so I need to get in here.
Absolutely.
I did.
You and me both. You and me both. Yeah, I'm glad you came in. I hope I helped you out. If you got any questions or want to request to see something, you can always shoot me an email or something, and then I can prep that before. If you want me to look at something, if you want some help on the strategy end of like marketing and social media posts, like I can get into that too.
I must some of my stuff that I've been painting and drawing today. I'm gonna send that because I got time and I got the energy. But I'm gonna send it to you. But I don't have any like graphic stuff that I have got together yet. And then my pictures are like raw because they I don't have anything like like the actual portfolio consistent whatever. So I just basically just did with what is on my move or whatever. So but I'll send that to you if that's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want to help on like a strategy on how to, reposition yourself as a thought leader in any space you're trying to do, I can give you a strategy on that using LinkedIn, using social media. Like if you're trying to do some freelance work and get yourself in a position of doing this on a full-time basis, then I can tell you what to put in your portfolio, what it's going to take. I can go over like pricing and dealing with clients. I can also probably point you in the direction on people that you should know in this field, in this game, people that you could possibly reach out to be mentors and give you some extra support and extra advice. We all in this together, so it's like they know if I send somebody their way, or what it takes to kind of get into this space of maybe being a consultant for somebody, doing some work for somebody, shadowing somebody, learning some more tips and some more tricks, and maybe even getting some more resources to get a faster computer or whatnot. So that's all on the table when you coming in here working with me, with my program. That's kind of what I'm here for. I'm here for the people. I just uploaded a video on YouTube talking about learn how to say no, but I don't say no. That's my problem all the time. So anyway.
Oh no. Yeah, I need to work on that myself. Yep.
Yeah, so. Okay, Tabitha, it was a pleasure. If you don't have nothing else.
Oh no, you've been more than helpful. I'm gonna reach out to you today, and then I'll see you again on Thursday.
Absolutely.
Well, have a good weekend,
You
okay?
You too.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Asia. Bye, Jazz.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
You too. Peace.
Are you all done over here?
Yeah.